This is the plaintiff, Jamar Grimsley. He says he broadcasts a daily ministry sermon online and ordered a big 5-foot background from the defendant's sign company, and the inept guy printed the words backwards. He wants a full refund. The defendant refuses and also refuses to fix it, so he's suing him for the $200 he's owed. This is the defendant, Ali Ahmed. He says it took him 3 days to make this backdrop. The plaintiff signed off on the proof and is now complaining the words appear backwards when he takes photos of himself with his phone. That's not his problem. He made no mistakes and owes this guy nothing. He's accused of mixing things up.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. The plaintiff says he hired the defendant to provide a backdrop for his ministry TV show, and the guy didn't do the job he was supposed to do. But the defendant says the plaintiff approved the proof, signed off on the work, and he owes nothing. It's the case of what would God think?
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Mr. Grimsley and Get Right with God Ministries, you are suing Ali Ahmed for a sign that he made you that you say he made incorrectly. Talk to me. What happened?
Okay, Your Honor. On the 21st of July, I went to take my car to a Bridgestone Firestone place where they, my air conditioner had went out. And so I took it there. I noticed a shop across the street. It was called...
You don't need to tell me the name. It's the defendant's company. So you walk outside, you're killing some time, and you find the defendant's company and you order the sign. What is the problem with the sign? Is it the sign that's behind your back right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And so what's your complaint about the sign? They charged you $200 to do the sign, and what's wrong with it?
Okay, I told them exactly how I wanted it, and I showed them the videos of me. I'm a preacher online, so I preach online. So I showed them the videos of just a blank wall, and I said, people watch me. I do it from my phone, and people just watch me on live. And I said I wanted to try with I wanted a backdrop of the ministry name and the ministry logo behind me.
Okay.
So that the people that's watching would be able to see it.
Okay.
To see it straight. But after everything happened, it just turns out that it's backwards. It's backwards. And so... But
it's not right now. I'm looking at you and it's not backwards.
Well, Your Honor, you looking at it from, like, when you using a front camera, it's different because the people are watching you. So when you're looking at it and you looking straight at it with the regular back camera as if you're taking a selfie, it's different. The angle is different.
It's not a matter of the angle. It's completely reversed. If you got one camera versus the other camera, if you switched your phone backwards and you couldn't see yourself, then it would tape correctly, right? So you want to be able to act. Well, what do you mean? When you tape yourself in order to I'm looking for, I wanted to see some video.
Before you make the decision, take it back to God, right? Take it back to God and make sure that it's Him that's okaying for you to do it.
Okay, so you tape yourself how? You tape yourself with your telephone?
Yes.
And you are seeing, just like if I were to take a selfie, you are taping it not with the camera facing you, but with the front facing, the front of the phone facing you, so that you can see how you look.
Yes. Yes.
That's why you need it. That's why you need the sign reversed. You need it actually reversed if you want to be able to do it that way. So you call him and you, Mr. Ahmed, what do you tell him when he tells you the problem?
I asked him on the phone. He said, okay, he would rather show it to me. So he came to the shop and he told me that the numbers are coming reverse. So that surprised me. I said, well, let me see how it comes in reverse. So he showed me a video. It was coming reverse. So I took a video at the same time in the shop. They were coming right. I said, well, if there's anything wrong with the banner, I will be happily redo it. But I send you the proof, you okayed it. Now you should know your details and the specification how you need it to be. That was your problem, not my problem. You gave me the specification that you want a backdrop where you can film. When you're videotaping, now I have no idea whether you are videotaping in front camera or back camera.
Right.
And obviously he did not do it either because somebody from the audience told him that it is coming reverse.
Okay. So now here's my question to you. When he told you, did you offer to make him a new sign at a discounted price because you already had,
Yes, I did offer him to make him a
new sign
price.
at what price?
Make a new sign.
At what price?
At a 50% off.
Yeah.
At a 50% off.
I am conferring with God right now, and I feel pretty good about my decision. The problem here is not that there's something wrong with the sign. You okayed exactly the sign that's behind your noggin right now. The problem is not up to him to figure out how you can best video yourself. You've got to order the sign exactly the way you need it for the way that you want to do it. All you got to do is reverse the phone and tape yourself without seeing yourself. But if you don't want to do that, then you're going to need to order a reverse sign. Did he offer to you to do it at a 50% decrease?
Not 50%. I think it was like 20% off.
All right. You want to offer to do it for him for a 50% decrease? Because you don't have to, isn't part of the work already done? So you can just reverse it on your computer and print it out?
Yes.
All right. So will you do it for him for a 50% decrease?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Well, here's what's happening, Mr. Grimsley. It's not going so well for you. So would you like to settle this case by agreeing to have him do it for you at a 50% decrease? Or would you like me to just rule on whether you're entitled to a full refund?
Ayana, may I say something first, please?
You can, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Like I said, you see the plain one that you showed me the first time, the plain one, right? So that's exactly what I showed them how I wanted, and I told them that the people watch me.
Right.
But it's not about reversing. It's not about reversing.
When you watch this case on television, you will totally understand, because I'm looking at you throughout this whole trial with the sign saying exactly what it's supposed to say, the way it's supposed to say it. So if you needed something special because of the way you tape it, then you need to get the special thing. It's not that he did the wrong sign. You asked for something. He showed you a proof. You approved the proof. So should I just rule against you, or did you want to settle this by him making you another sign reversed at 50% off? It's up to you.
Guess we can do it with the 50%.
Yeah. How you picking up what I'm putting down? All right.
No, I just say I can't use this one. So it's kind of like
you could if you taped a different way than the one you're choosing. So when will you have that new sign that's the reverse for him, Mr. Ahmed?
Okay. I can have it by Friday.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, and then I want to hear you preaching by Friday with that reverse sign. I'm going to look to you. When I need some guidance on how to make a decision, I am looking to you to give me that guidance, so I feel good about it. All right, gentlemen, good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
So the judge works out an arrangement, and the plaintiff is going to get a new deal, a new sign, just for $100. Let's talk to Mr. Ahmed first. Mr. Ahmed, it's not going to be that hard for you to do. Actually, fairly simple, isn't it?
No, the hard work is done. The graphics are all done. So all I got to do is reverse the sign and reprint it.
What do you think about the judge working out this deal, kind of negotiating a deal for him with you? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel good about it. That the judge exactly knows that what he was talking about and what I was talking about. She knows it.
Very good.
She did the right thing.
Okay, very good. All right, Mr. Grimsley, you're going to get what you need. Going to cost you $100. How about that?
Okay, it is what it is. So gotta accept it, right? So her ruling was fair.
All right, congratulations. Glad you're happy. Good luck. All right, Harvey, how about that?
So, Doug, this is an example of a customer having responsibility to inform the person that customer hires about exactly what goes around the work. In this case, there were cameras that the plaintiff never even mentioned. It is the customer's responsibility to make sure the defendant fully understands before the work starts.
What proof do you need to see in court to add diminished value to a damage award for a car crash?
It's interesting because not very many people sue for the diminished value of the car.
Right.
Isn't it interesting that most people don't do that? And there's certainly a diminished value to your car after a car crash.
Yeah.
So the way you prove that is the way you'd prove anything. You'd need to have a qualified expert who knows what they're talking about. You can't just whine.
Right.
You have to be able to show that how much less it is worth in order to be able to get that in court. So some kind of car appraiser.
Right. Most of us have been in that situation where if you have a car and you're going to trade it in on something else, you bring it to the dealership, they'll ask you.
The first question they ask you, has it ever been hit?
Well, sometimes they won't even ask you that. They'll just take the VIN and boom, they run it and come back down and go,
get the Carfax.
Well, you know, I can only give you wholesale value for this car. We got to take it. We got to drag it down to the auction in Peoria, and we hope we'll be able to sell it, but we probably can't. We're going to be stuck with it. So then all of a sudden,
you got to pay me to take it.
You owe us money. But yeah, so you're going to get.
You're going to need an expert to testify about it, and yes, you are entitled to it in any case where you can prove it.